Yeah, go Dukes. I'm part of Chi Alpha. Woo. Yeah, so I just want to share my testimony and just how this all happened. First of all, I just want to thank you guys for coming, because this is insane to me, the amount of people God has brought together. My dad, he was like, you have so many people helping you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so right. This is so cool. How God just provides whatever he calls you to. Okay, so I'm gonna start. So, oh my gosh. Kind of scary, but it's okay. I already put myself on the internet for this, so it's okay. Yeah, okay. So, to be completely honest, I came to JMU not really liking it. My dad doesn't know that. But as much as I wanted to come here for my school and everything, I was just really down that none of my friends came here. So I really came with no purpose. I kind of cried actually at choices. My dad was next to me. He was like, you know, I was like, yep. But he did not know I was crying. But I definitely was just really sad just because all my friends went elsewhere. And I was just like, okay, God, why did you put me here? And actually a big thing was like, a lot of people were encouraging me too, was like, JMU is a big campus Christian presence, like you're bound to find a ministry. And I was like, yeah, okay, awesome. I came, tried out so many ministries, and for some reason, like I was like, God, like why can't I feel like I connect somewhere, right? I tried like 5 different ministries, I think, or like 4 in freshman year, my fall semester. Went to Chi Alpha consistently for Bible study, small group, and at affirmations, I was like, okay, wow, oh my gosh. Came back home, I was like, oh my gosh, these girls genuinely care about me, and they actually want to know me, and they do know me, that they're able to affirm me in things. Oh my gosh, God, why did I just get so fixated on like my ideal community when you've already blessed me with what's right in front of me this whole entire time? So I was like, finally surrendered to God. Okay, God, okay, you brought me here. What's the best way to glorify you? I did a mission trip came on. I was like, oh, that's a very obvious way to like, you know, do something according to the work of God. But then I was like, I don't really want to go on a mission trip. Actually, why did I never think about that? I was like, oh yeah, my mom would tell me, you don't need to go anywhere really out of the country to do missions. The mission field is right where you are. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's why. Okay, but if God really wants me to go, then I guess I'll go, but it's the end of the semester, so I guess I won't go. And then the next day, I go to IV, because I'm in multiple ministries at this point of time. I go to IV, and he goes, the MC was like, so there's still spots left for the mission trip. And I go, that's crazy, because IV is like the largest ministry. You're telling me by the end of the semester, there's still spots left. I'm bound to get on that trip. I need to go on that trip. So I was like, parents, I called my parents right like 30 minutes later. I was like, can I go? And they're like, okay. I'm like, do you want to know more information? And they're like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay, I guess we're going, let's go. So I go, you know, I have to have an open mind. God already called me here. I guess I have to go. Okay, God, what do you have for me here? I think a big thing was just like, wow, what a privilege and an honor it is to be part of God's story in the DR. But not only in the DR, but also at JMU. And I was like, okay, God, you have a plan for me here, and I know it. And it really just starts with the relationships that you make with other people. It was the biggest thing I took away from the mission trip. And then so blessed with Chi Alpha, and just like the way that God just like was like, Lynn, this has been in front of you the whole entire time, the community, everything you've always wanted. And I was like, oh, you're so right, this is so blessed. But I was just so fixated on my own ideals, right, of like what I came into. I was like, I want to have this, this, and this, and this. But God blessed me with more than and better than what I've imagined. So very blessed. And then I went to Korea, and I was like, challenge myself, okay, Lynn, missions untitled, let's go. So I go to Korea. God, oh my gosh, God is so cool. So you're telling me at the international church, we all come together from all different around the world. You're telling me a college student, my age, from a different country, believes in the same thing, not even believe, but has encounters with God, with Jesus, have a personal relationship. The same God that loves me loves you, and you know him too. That is so cool. And then the biggest thing was just like, God has intentionally placed each and every one of us across the world, specific country, city, and local communities, just to love on people, to just simply embrace whoever God puts in front of you. That is so crazy. And so I was just like, wow, like, I want everyone to experience the international church, because like, God has the whole world in his hands. Why are we so like hopeless about our generation? Because we are right here, and God's hand is over our generation, all over the world. And that definitely like opened my eyes. And then coming back, I was just like, always wanting to do this. This is crazy. So came back, was super sad about Korea, because I was like, oh my gosh, God blessed me with everything I've always wanted. Community, mentors, Bible, like Christian mentors, older sisters, Christian campus ministry. They spoke Korean, but somehow I still felt like I belonged, to the point of basically I felt like I belonged. I didn't want to leave. So it's like, God, why did you bless me everything here that's short term? Like, I want it long term. Come back. I'm like, okay, God, what do you have for me here? I'm so sad. And then I talked to my friends about Korea, and they're like, Lynn, there's like actually these Korean students I've been noticing a lot. I was like, really? Let me go talk. So go to Study Abroad office. Hi, I'm Lynn. I really want to get connected with Korean students and just like help them like give back to the community of like what they've done for me when I was in Korea. So you're telling me before God broke my heart for Korea, he has prepared a whole program that started last semester while I was in Korea, so that I could love on these students when I come back. Praise God. And even in that 1 month, at the end of the day, they were like, the last thing the girl told me was like, thank you so much for showing us many loves. And I was like, not me. Hananim, God, me to you. And so it was just like how God was so like strategic, like intentional, right? And like at the end of the day, it's like relationships. We did not have full-blown personal conversations ever. But it was just so cool how like God can use us just to love on people. Like, that's so crazy. Like, it's so simple, but we always can get caught up in our minds of like, we need to do more, we need to say more. So yeah. And so I was really caught up with that. So I was like, I don't know when this worship thing is gonna happen. Like, I guess next year, I don't know. And then some people started talking to me like, have you ever thought of like a worship thing? And like people just talk about it. I was like, wait, if you're down, I'm down. Let's make this happen. But my biggest problem was my availability, because I was so caught up with my time with the Korean students, because I prioritize like personal relationships there. And I was like, okay, well, I can make a direct impact by having personal relationships with them. So I kind of put it on the back burner. But then more people come and talk to me. I'm like, okay, actually, maybe what if we just make it happen? So this is the crazy part. I was like, they left. They were supposed to come 1 week, like 2 weeks later, but then they ended up getting pushed. And so what happened was, I was thinking, what if we just have a worship night? But I was like, how, what, when is this gonna even happen? And then I get a text. So this is a month ago, guys. This was planned in 4 weeks. This is insane. So beginning of this month, I get a text. I was thinking, what, when, how is this gonna happen? When, how is this? I don't know how. Like, it's gonna happen at the end of this month before finals? That's insane. So I was like, okay, let's think simple, because on the day, we don't need anything complex, right? God just wants our heart. So I was like, okay, praying out that week. Evelyn was like, Lynn, we should do public worship again. I was like, okay. After spring break, so spring break comes, right, this time. And I was like, okay, God. So as I'm contemplating, I get a text from my high school, one of the Bible study leaders. I led the Christian fellowship at my high school, and we had a inter-fellowship worship gathering across Fairfax County, and 80 people showed up. Crazy, high school students. Oh my gosh. And I get a text from one of the Bible study leaders. She was like, hey Lynn, I just want to let you know, I don't know if this is still your number, I just want to let you know, like, the worship tradition is still happening. As I'm contemplating how the heck this is gonna happen. And then I was like, God is so faithful, he'll provide, let's do it. Let's do it. And then I find out the Korean students were gonna come on the 20th. So I was like, oh, God just gave me time, now I can do this. And then she sends me a video, like 4 hours later. It's a whole auditorium, South County High School auditorium filled with high school students. praise God. Like, God is so faithful. So that's where my confidence came in to like plan all this. And from then on, God just like literally handed me people. People were like reaching out like, hey, I just want to be the hands and feet of Jesus. How can I help? How can I help? Really? Like, here I am, send me, Lord, right? So just like, that's kind of like what I really wanted to share, and how I just want to share how God just provides. And as much as I hated not feeling like I belonged in one particular fellowship, I was able to be connected with so many people that I could spread the word, that I could get help from different people that had different talents and get connected, that God used what I was like grumbling about for his glory, right? But then at the end of the day, I was like, oh my gosh, I get to meet people from all over campus. That's insane. Like, that's so cool. And how, yeah. So I just want to share about just